So, next up is West Ham United versus Fulham. And well done, Fulham. Congratulations. First win of the season and out of the relegation zone. You can see there, and with the low tide at the bottom, like I said at the top of this full video, a win means a lot at the moment when none of the bottom three have won. Go figure. And it had been defeat, draw, defeat, and finally the victory over West Brom. So, what's going to happen now? I try not to be too binary, but I'm going to be binary. It's one of two things for Fulham, isn't it? They've developed into this team, and we'll look at the shape and the formation and the back four they've come up with. They've won a game. Now, either they're going to stick with that, push on, and start to score a few more points, or what they've arrived at is only good enough to beat West Brom. No offence to West Brom. And they'll stick with it and start to lose again, or Parker will start to tweak again. So it's going to be a very interesting point now. And does Parker now, and he was quite stubborn with this last season, he got to his plan, his sort of 4-3-3, and he stuck with it. The difference, I've said a million times last year, was he had Mitrovic in the Championship, which will bail you out of lots of games whilst you're getting your pattern of play up to speed. So, I don't know. I assume after the win he sticks with what he's got and he hopes that it starts to work a lot better than... Look, all it's got to do is work better than 4 straight defeats for him to be kind of the affirmation to continue with what he's doing. West Ham, well, they've had a couple of mad wins, haven't they? Look at that. 4-0 over Wolves and then 3-0 over Leicester. They had that mad comeback as well against Spurs. Drew with Man City and only lost by 1 against Liverpool. So some would say those last 5 games for West Ham are encouraging. I've looked at the numbers for the game against Wolves and the game against Leicester. They were fairly lethal. They sat back and they killed them on the transition, didn't they? So that would be the plan, one would think. So that's where Fulham have arrived at, where last year we were used to Ruddock, Odoi, Hector, Reeve, Brian. Completely different now. Just 8 games into this season. Areola, Robinson, Adrabio, Anderson made his debut. Iain, the right back, scored that. Absolute worldie. Check out my watch along for my reaction to that goal. Great fun there. And Anguissa I enjoyed in the last game. I thought he played well. Sort of Lamina was the proper sitter, and Anguissa had a little bit more swagger and carried the ball, and I thought that balanced out quite well with then Kearney ahead of them. Reed off the right. Lookman I'm really enthusiastic about. Good player, good sign in that one. And obviously Mitrovic up top. 2 assists in the last games. So I don't see much change in there. Perhaps you rotate Loftus-Cheek and Reed. Reed scored, didn't he? But particularly Kearney is the captain anyway, isn't he? Particularly the back 5, as in the goalkeeper as well. The double pivot and Kearney and Mitrovic and Lookman look fairly safe, don't they? Which is one position. So maybe Loftus-Cheek, Cavaliero, we'll see. If I'm Scott Parker and I've been looking for a formula and I've won a game, I'm not going to change too much. For West Ham, well, we can do a little bit of celebrating of some of our Championship players over the years. Obviously, on the bench there, the brilliant side, Ben Rama. On the pitch, Jared Bowen as well, who really were, in terms of wide forward players, the best in the Championship over periods of the last few years, weren't they? Also, Aaron Cresswell is ex-Ipswich, isn't he? There. And Ryan Fredericks on the bench, Snodgrass as well. So, from a Championship point of view, we're familiar with a lot of these players. And Bowen has been very productive, hasn't he? Declan Rice and Souček is a decent standard of central midfield at Premier League level as well. This is going to be tricky for Fulham, isn't it? And I just hark back to the last 5 games for the Hammers. I'll put it up one more time. That is victories against Wolves and Leicester, a comeback draw against Spurs, who are on fire, a draw against Man City, and a narrow defeat 2-1 to Liverpool. So I think West Ham are going to win this one. Apologies to Fulham fans. I know just out of the relegation zone and first victory. I think Parker sticks with what he's got. But I think West Ham at the moment are in a good vein of form under David Moyes. And I think it's going to be too much for the Cottagers of Fulham. But as always, let me know what you think down in the comment. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.